Today we're going to be doing a Q&A. It's been a while. I took to Instagram as per. You guys delivered me some nice tasty questions. Some common themes here which are quite interesting. So I've picked a bunch of questions which were asked the most, I suppose. Let's just start off with an easy one. How's life in general? Life's pretty good. I've said numerous times recently, beginning of the year was kind of shit, felt rubbish. I think a lot of people did. A lot of us felt rubbish. Winter is long and annoying and miserable, and I'm definitely a spring-summer kind of gal. I love sunshine and long days. I love the warmth. It energizes me. I love being out in my garden. Everything that basically my interests lie in summer activities. I'm done with it now. I'm done with the darkness and the cold. But I am feeling better. The evenings seem to be longer. I start to feel more positive, and therefore it has a knock-on effect to everything else. Other than being a miserable biatch for pretty much all of February, we're now in March. I feel good. Life is great. A lot of the questions were to do with my fitness and weight. So I will answer a few, but just so you know, if you're bored of hearing about it, I apologise. It's just people are very interested. How do you keep motivated to keep fit and eat healthy? I am very good at finding excuses. Okay, so first of all, I actually really enjoy exercising. It went from something that I did because I thought it would make me lose weight and I wanted to be thinner and all of this horrible toxic mentality that I kept to myself and didn't want to ever admit, to something that really actually benefits my mind. Cliche, everyone's saying, I work out for my mind, but it's so true. And especially when you find something that you enjoy, again, cliche, it becomes a lot more enjoyable when you look forward to it. So I love my bootcamp gym because I love the community there. I love the people that run it. And I look forward to going every single morning to see my gang and just have fun and work out and feel really good and energized first thing in the morning. I love it. I miss it when I don't go. I recently took up boxing and I love that as well, because with boxing, I'm seeing an improvement every single time and I'm learning with the hopes of maybe sparring soon. Or I know that my instructor Graham has been saying, we'll get you fighting soon. I'm like, oh my God. I feel empowered. I feel, especially as a woman doing it. So with the exercise thing, I don't think it really requires motivation anymore because it's something that I just do and I enjoy. The eating healthy thing, is a bit more tricky because I do love my food, but I'm just a lot more accountable these days. If I've got a goal, if I want to do something, and when I say if I've got a goal, so I say, I want to do this, and then I don't do it. I've got to be honest with myself. I can't have truly, really wanted that goal because I would have worked harder. So for me, it's all about accountability, just being honest. You said I'm very good at finding excuses. You're not in the right mind frame for it then. I believe if you wanted it, you'd do it. If you really truly wanted to eat healthy and exercise, you'd do it. Figure out what your priorities are in your life right now, and maybe right now is not the time. Devils in the Dark, ever returning. Miss you ladies, brightening up my runs and general soul. Oh, that's cute. So my podcast, Devils in the Dark, was a little stint that I did, my little true crime podcast. But we're not doing it anymore. Because I did enjoy it at the time, but true crime isn't my passion. I like it. But when we went self-produced, we were just finding it very, very difficult. A lot harder than, Alex, our producer, who was our producer, she was amazing. But I don't love true crime enough to put that much work into all the research and all the production of it. I'd rather do something which is so time consuming that I'm really passionate about and love. So we are going to be starting up a new podcast. We've put no pressure on it. We want to do it because we love it and we enjoy it, but it's in the works. We've been excited. We should be recording a first episode very soon. If not, we may have done it already, depending when this goes live, which is going to be a lot more lighthearted. And hopefully interesting, and with the same amount of tangents and shit talking. So keep them peeled. What are your regular beauty treatments? So I obviously get my hair done once every 8 to 10 weeks. I have some tape-in extensions still in the front, but I had tape-in. Obviously, colour refresh. I get my nails done every 3 weeks. I've got the hard gel. Is it the Biab? I've just gone for a little cat eye. I get LVL. I haven't been in ages. and I get my eyebrows waxed and my lip waxed. Not often. I use like my little wax strips at home, or a little thing that I've got, which is naughty, I know. My stepsister does my beauty treatments though, which reminds me I need to book in because these brows. But I don't get too much done. Mostly things that just to make my everyday life a bit easier and like low maintenance, because I am a pretty low maintenance. So I just do the things so I don't have to keep doing it myself because I'm shit at it. After each relationship breakup, how did you build your confidence? Mine is 0. Every relationship I've been in has broken up because something in the relationship wasn't right. Either like they weren't vibing, or I wasn't vibing, or like I was just unhappy in the relationship, and I knew that I didn't want it to go any further because it was like a waste of time being with someone that didn't truly make me happy. So I didn't actually lose any confidence. I was just making a decision that was going to benefit myself, or decisions were made that were going to benefit both parties. So they didn't actually affect my confidence. I just think that it's just daunting when you're newly single and you have to kind of figure out how to be single again and how to navigate, let's say, the dating world and just the world on your own. And I think that actually being on your own I hate it when people would go to me, you just need to be on your own. And I'd be like, fuck off, don't tell me what to do. But after actually spending time on my own, it is in fact quite important to, once you are a solid foundation within yourself, you feel stronger going into relationships and less vulnerable because you're not putting all your eggs into their basket. You already got your eggs. So if, a relationship, breaks down in the future, you're like, I'm cool because I am me and I don't need anybody else. Just having a partner is just a nice thing to have. Once you build that confidence in yourself, which you will, like, your partner isn't like everything. I know we say that you're my world and you're my everything. They're not. You are your world and you are your everything. Your partner is just your partner. Like they go through life with you, but they don't complete you. Did ADHD medication have any impact / effect on your weight loss? In the first month of me taking it, it did suppress my appetite. I made my brain feel weird. I lost my appetite for a few weeks, but then it came back. Maybe within the first few weeks, it impacted my weight loss. It's not an official side effect for sure. How did you lose so much weight? Potentially a combination of the previous question. Calorie deficit and working out a lot and just making my everyday life way more active, walking more, cycling more, making my weekend plans about being active rather than going out eating loads or going on the piss, like just changing my lifestyle choices. I know a lot of people that ask me these questions. I'm not saying that whoever asked me this question did think this, but I've had a lot of snide comments over my weight loss and thinking it's down to medication, or someone saying I took a Ozempic, which I had to Google. I worked and I changed my mindset and I put in the effort. And I know a lot of people find that hard to believe, that actually changing something about yourself requires effort. A lot of people don't want to hear it because they can't be fucking bothered, because they don't want to put the work in. But you got to put the work in. You need to hold yourself accountable for what you're eating. You need to move your body more. Those kind of things aren't working for you, then it's best to go see a nutritionist, a GP, just in case there's any underlying health issues that might be causing issues with your weight loss. Or you might, see someone that's a professional to aid you. Calorie deficit, moved more over an extended period of time. The weight came off. I know a lot of people mean well and ask good questions, but there's definitely some people out there that say it with a bit of a sour taste. They got a bit of a bee in their bonnet about it. Any tattoos planned this year? No, not that I know of. I definitely want to get tattooed this year, but I don't know. There's various different artists that I want to tattoo me that I've seen, but I keep not getting around to doing anything about it. I want my thigh piece sorting at some point, my Stan Shaw tattoo, which, God, I was on the fucking internet when I've got it done. But yeah, it needs working. I'm not really a big fan of it anymore. I don't know whether it might need some laser or what to do with it, but I need to see someone to get it sorted because I ain't its biggest fan anymore. Oh, we'll get more tattoos, but not quite sure yet. Any gigs festival lineup this year? Yes, I've got quite a few actually. So far I've got Nickelback in May with my sister and our boyfriends. Very excited. Latitude, Download, Green Man. I'm going to go see Ocean Alley in September. I really want to go to Black Deer. So far, that is it. But and I want to see if I can get Always tickets as well. It's quite an exciting year. I've got the weekends are starting to fill up and there's some exciting things happening. And just side note, when I started making plans for the year, it's also really helped to improve my mood, because I was like, okay, well, at least the year is starting to look exciting and I've got things to look forward to. So if you are in a bit of a slump right now and you're still in that winter slump, make some plans, even big plans, small plans, whatever it is. Give yourself things to look forward to, because honestly, it really does help. Are you excited for your new shop items? I sure am. Any update on a launch date? It's taking longer than I wanted it to, because basically I wasn't feeling that inspired at the beginning of the year, and I'd set myself this goal to like design all this new stuff, have it all ready for Easter, do this big shop launch. But I've been very slow with designing the new products. I've designed all the packaging and the stickers. That's great. But I don't actually have any new product. I do now. I just wasn't feeling inspired. I didn't know what to make. I didn't have any ideas. And you can't force that stuff. So now the ideas are flowing, I can now get this stuff made. So I am very excited now, and I'm hoping everybody else is. So Sweet Honeydew will be up and running again properly soon. For now, I'm trying to get rid of my old stock, because I kind of want to give it a new vibe, a new look. I will be restocking stuff that things that people particularly loved last year, but I am putting 40% off everything on my website. So if you want to grab a bargain on any last minute items that are still left, go check it out, because I swear. Is the boyfriend moving in with you, or would you move in with him? You know what? We're in no rush to do that whole kind of moving in to each other's thing, because we can't really figure it out. Like, I don't want to lose. I love my house. I love where I live. I love living in Norwich, but he lives way out in the countryside, which I also love going to and visiting. It's very peaceful there. But he spends most of his time at mine, admittedly. Like, he can work from mine if he's just mixing. But if he's got bands in his studio, he has to go back to his recording studio where he lives to do that. But that's cool, because we get a nice balance. We get time together, then time away. Like, we'll do 5 days on, 3 or 4 days off. That's usually how we roll. And to be honest, for me, that's perfect, because as much as I love spending time with him and having that idea, like feeling of living together, I also really love my own space. So I get to break it up. And don't get me wrong, obviously, I love him, he's brilliant. But as I'm getting older, I really do understand. I'm understanding with myself that I just need a bit of time to just float around on my own. And do you have any more trips planned this year? I do. No, I don't. Not officially. Oh, I want to go to Italy. I've never been. So I want to go to Italy. I really still got Nashville on my list. Just little trips. I've got a Manchester trip coming up and a Peak District trip. I know that I'm doing Lake District trip with the gym. I also want to do the Free Peaks this year. Not the Free Peaks challenge. I'm not insane. I am trying to like do more little weekends away. I remember last year I was like, I'm going to do a solo trip once a month. That never happened because life is mad. But I'm hoping to just do more bits here and there, maybe a little bit more spontaneity, especially in the summer, because I'll feel like, yes, let's go on a road trip. Me and Marika are going to do a little road trip together as well at some point, so we'll be filming that. How do you deal with social media toxic culture? I just ignore it, because you know what, social media is, depending on how you consume it, can be just so awful. If I'm being honest. Comparison thing, spending so much time on it, how lives are portrayed, like the over intake of information and insight into other people's lives and worlds. Like, don't get me wrong, I do think that the internet is brilliant, and in the sense that it gives us so much access to everything, and we can learn so much and be immersed into other people's worlds across the globe. But equally, I feel like having also so much information so quickly and just at our grasp is just too much for our brains. Like, when have humans ever had so much at their grasp? It's just a lot of information and to take in, and I think it is subconsciously overwhelming which makes us feel stressed and shitty and exhausted because our brains are just trying to process everything that we see all the time. So that's why I think it's important to take breaks from it and like minimize your input from social media. But in terms of the social media toxic culture, yeah, it's there, but it's not real. People are like portray themselves as this particular way because they want to be seen a way, but there's so much goes on behind closed doors. Like being an influencer, a content creator, I know what goes on. I know that it's not what it seems. I know that even from myself. Like I do try to be as honest and straightforward and real as I can with everybody online, but there are still parts of me that I don't want to share or things that I don't want to talk about for my own sake, but also just don't want to. So I know that not everything is as transparent or as real as you might see. You see people portraying these wonderful, spectacular, perfect lives, but we know that that's not real. Or you should at least know that their lives aren't 100% perfect. They want us to believe that it is, but it's not. So you just got to see through the shit. Do you find it easy to get back into your exercise routine after a holiday? Yeah, because I miss it. I'm like, I miss the gym. Let's go back. So I got back from skiing on the Saturday. I was back in the gym on Monday. Can we talk to you if we meet you on the street? Absolutely. I love bumping into people and chatting. Are you releasing more tunes soon? Please say yes. Yep. Do you do Botox? Nothing negative. Just to know. I've not had anything put in my face other than some Profilo a few years ago, which made me faint, which is essentially hyaluronic acid. So nothing has been in my face. I am scared of stuff like that. I know I have tattoos. I'm not scared of needles. I'm just scared of like fluids being in my face and it staying there. But maybe I'll get Botox if the crow's feet start to really... You have so many amazing friends in your 30s. Any tips on making new friends, or has it been organic? Do you know what? I don't actually have that many friends. Really. Like close friends. I kind of keep my circle quite small. I know a lot of people, but I don't have many people in my life that I see regularly and talk to regularly, because I think as you get older and you kind of have less time for people, as harsh as that sounds, you only really keep the people around you that, you know, you've got time for. So yes, I know lots of people and I've got a lot of acquaintances just from over the years of being a person who I've met throughout my teens and my 20s, and you know, your friends on Facebook or you're like, or Instagram or stuff. But in terms of actual friends that I would say, yeah, you know, come to my birthday party, there's not that many. I do think, though, making friends as an adult is harder, and it definitely is a thing of either being part of a group or, you know, like an activity in which you meet new people is a really good way of doing it. I recommend, there's loads of Facebook groups for like girls, creatives, or anybody. Like there's a group for everything. Like I follow a lot of creative girl groups on Facebook, or you know, local community ones, and there's loads and loads of people always posting about, you know, I've just moved to the area, I need some friends, and it's so responsive. Like people are so nice on there, and they go for drinks and stuff and do meetups. But like likewise, like joining the gym, I made friends at the gym. Yeah, I am quite decisive with who I keep close to me and who I want to spend my time with, because I don't want to like have too many friends that I don't want to be in a position where I've got loads of friends and I can't like nurture those friendships. I think it's really important to, nurture what's important. But yeah, I guess it's just a case of reaching out in local community groups, or just joining either a gym or like arts and crafts, or anything that you've got an interest in where you might meet new people. Because, you know, you could go to like an art club and then be like, hey, should we all go for a drink afterwards? That vibe. How do you feel about cancelling plans when you're too worn out to attend them? Fine. I mean, at first there might be a slight thingy of guilt, but I'm very self-aware and sure of myself these days that if I'm too tired and burnt out, or like really not feeling going out, I just won't go, or I'll just say I can't come. I'm not feeling great and I won't go. Obviously, if it's someone's birthday or something well important, I'll suck it up, or neck a Red Bull, or do whatever it takes and then just deal with the consequences later, because some things you just got to do. But if it's something that's not that important, so social, then I'll be like, I can't make it. But I always make sure that I reschedule. I'll be like, I won't go, we'll do something else another time. I'll be like, when are you next free? And I'll make sure that plan or that date is booked. Because you can say, when are you next free? And it never materialises. So you've got to put it in. Do you have any fitness related goals? I want to get really good at boxing. Like, I've continued to work out and get strong. I do want to lose a little bit more body fat. Just so you can see my muscles better, my abs better. I just want to see them. I know they're there. I just want to see them. Hey guys, I'm not, my body shape and my weight at the minute I'm fine with. If we're talking goals, then yeah, I would like to lose a bit more body fat. Did you really hit the slopes after one lesson? If so, that's absolutely heroic. Well, I did go on the slopes after one lesson because I was learning, but I was on the baby slopes. I did, however, go down. Oh, I did go on a blue on the first fucking day. Oh, that was I didn't actually really get far. But I did go on a blue on the last day, and that was better. I had a lot of fun doing that. I mean, there was a lot of sliding around on my ass, but there was some really good stints, to be fair. Some really good turns. I loved it so much. Anyway, so that is my Q&A. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you didn't mind my raw honesty, my no bullshit attitude. Because that's one thing I hate about influencer and like thingy culture is fucking fanny assing around because you're afraid of upsetting someone. I don't purposefully upset anyone, but I'll just say it how it is. And if people don't like my approach, then they don't have to watch. I hope you enjoyed. I see you soon. Farewell.